when I read what she's talking about, I was so excited because it was a direct symbol of what we actually deal with as women in society. Props to the writers!
As usual, a typically crazy mid-season finale. What are we going to see when the show comes back in the spring?
Selina's got some shenanigans going on. Her relationships with Tabitha and Barbara are going to continue, but you'll also see her and Bruce kind of come back to each other a little bit. And per usual, there's always a little roller coaster going on there.
Does Selina like wild and crazy sowing his oats Bruce, or does he like the good Bruce?
No, because she doesn't like the go crazy Bruce because she knows that it's not him. You know, she's not a very phony person, and she sees right through people. And ingenuity of it, of him is just, she just is like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Come on, get your life together. You're a mess. You're a mess. She's the best friend who says, you need to stop right now because I don't know what you are doing. And so we see the aftermath of that.
Awesome. Yeah, you're kind of like the grown-up in this trio that you have going on here, because these two are still like frenemies and they can't get over the past issues. Are you guys going to get a little resolution to that before the end of this season, where you're back to girling it out and hugging it out?
No, we absolutely do. Barbara realizes that she absolutely needs Tabitha, so she is working really hard to maintain, to keep that trust going, to keep Tabitha trusting her, so she's not being as like wild and out of control as before. And then as the episodes develop, something happens with Ra's al Ghul that's really interesting and fun, and
they unite for a common goal.
Yes.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
No, go on.
Which, when I read what she's talking about, I was so excited because it was a direct symbol of what we actually deal with as women in society. Props to the writers!
I find genre TV is really hitting a peak right now in terms of having great roles for women, much more than you even see in film, because the variety, and as you said, you have the chance season by season to expand and change the roles. Your character in particular, as Cameron pointed out, has changed every season. Do you agree with that TV is really a place where actresses can really find some rewarding work?
I think so, for sure. I mean, you look at the TV that's coming out now, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Did you see that one yet? It's fantastic, and that's the two strong female leads who are talking about something that isn't necessarily men, or they're talking about comedy and starting a life in comedy. And I just think that that's just one example of the way that these new ideas, and traditionally probably ideas that would have been given to male actors, like that show probably 10 years ago would have been written for a man, and now you're seeing how much more interesting it can be now, especially to tell women's stories. So I think that with shows like ours and everything that's going on as well, where women, they may have started with focusing on men, but then because they had a raft of female characters and they saw how great those characters were, then as the stories develop, those women's stories are told more as well. So those are the two things that are happening right now that are very exciting.